Hello everyone, welcome to this class. We'll be learning how to draft and cut out this beautiful wing collar with asymmetric hemline. If today is your first time of joining us, please don't forget to click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to get notified anytime we have a new video. And for our returning subscribers, thank you for always joining us. So let's get into today's tutorial. Okay, so in order to draft this wing collar blouse with asymmetric hem, this is what we are going to be using. So I've drafted out from the waist, from the shoulder to the waist. So I've marked it out. So let me run you through the measurement. So this is my back divided by 2. I stepped down by 1. Then this is my armhole. I got my armhole to be the shoulder line divided by 2, that's 7 also. Then I divided the armhole into 2, 3.5. I stepped out by 1 to have this armhole curve here. So this is my shoulder slope here. I've marked out my bust point, my under bust point, my waist point. So here, this is the waist point. From the waist point, I stepped down by 5 inches. That is the normal blouse length of those measurements I'm using. So I stepped down by 5 inches, but we'll notice that because of the asymmetric effect on the hem, it is some parts are longer and some parts are shorter. So for this, I added 2 inches more. That's 7 inches down from the waistline. If you want yours to be longer than this, you can step down by 8 or 9. It depends on the measurement you are working with. And also, this is my bust dart. I used 1.5. That is the difference between the front length and the back length. So I've inputted my bust point and my bust measurement, my under bust measurement, and this is, I've done the bust contouring. I've done it here, and this is my that. So for us to proceed now, let's do the wing effect on the wing collar for the neckline first. So in order to do that now, so this is my normal, our basic shoulder, our basic neck width, our width is 3 inches. So I added 1 inch, making 4 for my neck width. That's the neck width I'm using for this blouse. So from there, I'm going to connect the point to my bust point. So here I want to draft out our shoulder dart. So for the shoulder dart, I'm going to be using 1 inch for the shoulder dart to have a perfect fit on the shoulder area. So I'm using 1 inch. So from this 1 inch also, I'll connect it to the bust point. Now the 1 inch we are taking out from here, I'm going to come out of the shoulder slope like this. I'm going to extend the line out like so. Then I'll replace the 1 inch back. Please, anything you take out for your darts, always remember to replace it outside here. So then I'm going to have a new so this is what the new armhole is going to look like. So in order for us not to be confused, this is just my dart line, so let's ignore this, or better still, let me erase it. Okay, so I've erased it. So this part remaining here is our shoulder dart. So let me shade this like this. This we are going to be cutting out later. So once we are done with the neckline, now is when we cut it out that we are going to do the wing collar and all of that. So now, so you notice that on the lower part of this top length down from the waist, there is no dart on that part, the asymmetric hem. From the waist down to the hem, there is no dart on that part. So for us to draft out our hip measurements now, it's notice that I've not measured out my hip measurement. So because we need the exact waist measurement, so for us to do that now, we are going to take our normal waist measurement, which I've measured here to be 6.75 here. So this is the normal waist measurement. I have it here. Then I'm going to come to the hemline here. This other one, you know, this is 5 and this is 7. So I'm going to come down to the longest part here, and I will measure my hip, exact hip measurement without the dart. We are not going to include the dart on this down part. So we are going to draft it out exact measurement, which is 9 inches. So I'm going to mark my 9 inches like this. I'll connect it together. So now this part, we are going to be separating it from the half length of the blouse. So from the waist down, we are going to be separating it because it doesn't include that, so we don't have to cut it out together. So this part, we are going to be separating it on this part. So let's draw out our hemline. So now this, from this place now, you can just go in for about like 1 or 1.5 inch. Let me do 1.25. So from this place, I will connect it to this place. So this I will step up by 0.5 here to give that asymmetric effect on the waistline. So I will have it here. Then also I will come down like this. Now this actually depends on how you want it to be. Now on the blouse, you notice that one side is longer than the upper part. So we're going to have to cut this one out so that will make the one side that is longer. Let's keep it aside now. Then let's open it up. So this is what the front, the waist from the waist down to the hem of the blouse, this is what it's going to look like. So notice that this side is longer than this side on our blouse. So for us to do that now, so from this place, I'm going to step up by 1.5 here. So to draw the asymmetric effect, so I'm going to have this. Let me align this also. So it's going to help us in our drawing of the asymmetric hem. So we have this. This will go up like this. Then we'll have this one here. So so you know, this side I step up by 1.5. So by this side I'm going to be stepping up by 2.5. It said it's longer, this place is longer than this side. So I'm going to have to connect this place to this place like this. Okay, a step up more than that. So this is what our asymmetry for the front. This is what it's going to look like. So we'll keep this one aside here. Okay, so let's separate our upper bodies now. Okay, so I've separated it. This is what it's going to look like when you open it. So this is our front. Next we're going to be doing now is to draw out the neckline. Now you notice that the neckline also is asymmetric. It's straight on this place, then it's going to come somewhere like this. So we're going to measure from the shoulder line. We're going to step down. It depends on how deep you want it to be. So for mine, I'm going to be using 5.5. So this is the 5.5 and this is the neck width. So I'm just going to connect it from this point here. From this point here, I'm going to connect it down to this point. So I have this like this. So this is my neckline. Let me cut it out. So after cutting out the neckline, this is what it's going to look like. So it's on this point, on this side now, that our wing collar is going to come in. So to do that, let's join this one together so that it will be easy for us to draw it out. So I've just temporarily stick it together with my paper tape. I'll separate this like this. So for us to draw the collar, we bring a fresh piece of paper. Then you are going to place it along the neckline like this. So you're going to place it along the neckline like this. Or you can just shift it front to the front a little bit. So you mark where the collar, that would be something this point is. So we mark it here. So from this point now, we are going to decide the width of the collar. So we're going to decide the width of the collar. Now, if you want your collar to be very wide, it's okay. So, but I want the width of my collar to be 6.5. So I'll mark out the 6.5 like this. Then I'll connect the lines together. So I've connected, so this is going to be the width of my collar. So now on this shoulder line also, you know that our paper extends more than the shoulder line, so you have to fold it in like this to draw out the shoulder line. So be careful when you are drawing, make sure everything aligns together. So I folded it, so I'm going to have to draw it like this. So this is my full shoulder line and it stops here. So this is the shoulder line. Then I'm going to go in by half or 1 inch. So from this shoulder line now, I'm going to go in by 0.75 inch. Then I will connect it to this point. Now that you have stepped in from this shoulder joint in by 0.75, we have to connect it to this place. So I'm just going to use a freehand because it's a little bit curved around this place. So from this 6.5 that I stepped in, that's going to be the wideness of my collar. So I'm going to have something like this. So this is what my collar is going to look like. So the collar wide is going to be from this place. Then I'll have it like this. So the way you are going to sew your collar, when you cut it out on your fabric, you cut double of this. So you are going to turn it first. The line, you use the lining of the collar to turn it. You fix it on the neckline like this before you use the lining to turn the main body. Now you are going to have to turn this collar first. Then you are going to fix it on the neckline. Then you are going you are going to turn the front bodice with the lining. I hope you get the method of joining like this. So this is what my collar is. Then I'm going to have to cut it out. So this is my collar. So let's assume that I've turned this one together, I've turned it with another fabric. I'll place it on my neckline like this, and I will join this other part also. I will join these parts together, then I will turn everything with my lining. So that is how to join the front. So let's cut out the hemline. At this point, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please don't forget to do so. Like and comment on this video. Thank you. And if you have any other tutorial you want me to do, you can make the request in the comment section, and I'm definitely going to attend to all of your questions. So this is what the front bodice is going to look like. Please don't forget, we are going to close our bust that. I'm going to do that when I want to cut it on the fabric. So this is how the front is going to look like after drafting. So let's get right into the back bodice. Let's draft our back bodice. So put this one aside. So for the back bodice, I've drafted it out also to the waistline. This is my shoulder line, my armhole, my bust point, and the waist. So this place now, I step in on the waistline by 0.5 to draw out the sway back. It's from this place I took my normal waist measurement, and our waist measurement stops here. So I made a dart of 1 inch, 0.5 on both sides, and this is the hem of the blouse. It is shorter because our front it was 23 minus 1.5 the bust dart. I'm going to have 21.5, 21.5. So this is what we have here. So on this hemline now, also we are going to be using exact waist, because from the waist down also is not going to carry any dart. So this is my waist, and I'm going to measure my hip, which is 9, my hip divided by 4, which is 9 inches. I'm going to mark it, then I will connect it to the waist. The waist also is not going to, this part is not going to be carrying that. So that is what we have. We also have to separate it. To avoid the bulging of the zip. The neckline for the front we use 4 inches. So for the back also we'll be using 4 inches as our neck width. and the depth is going to be 1 inch because it doesn't have a low back. So we have this here. We're going to mark it out. So this is going to be the neckline. Then you can proceed to cut out. So the darts, you can cut it out to make a shoulder dart. So we're going to have 2 pieces for our back. To make a shoulder dart, so divide this into 2, like this. Then you connect it to the point here. So this is the piece for the front and for the back. Now for the hem also, we're going to come here. Okay, so for the back, this down part, I only made one for it. But you notice that for the front, one side is longer than the other side. So this also is going to affect our back bodice. So I'm just going to trace it out here. So I'm going to bring the front. So I'm going to bring, this is our zip area. This is our zip part. So I'm going to bring this part. I will measure it here like this. I'll mark it out. Then I'm also going to place the longer side also here. And I'll also mark it out. Now I'm doing this because I only cut out one of these. It's supposed to be 2, so I only cut out one of these. So I'm going to draw out both shape. Then when I'm cutting, I'll cut out the front first, the longer one first, to cut the longer side, and also I'll cut the shorter one to cut the shorter side of the back. So this is our back. We're just going to have something simple like this. So we're going to have something like this for the back. So for this part that is short, you can just make it like this. So just connect it like this also. So when I'm cutting out, I'll cut out this side first, the longer side. So when I want to cut on the fabric, I'll cut the longer side first. Then I will trace out the shorter part on the other side of the fabric. I hope I've not caused any confusion. So this is the longer side. Now when I'm done cutting it on the fabric, then I'll cut this part also out to cut the shorter side of the fabric. So this brings us to the end of our tutorial today. If you are here to subscribe, please do well to subscribe, share this link. If you have any requests for any video, make sure you drop it in the comment section, and I'm definitely going to respond to all our requests. So this is my collar here, and this is what we have. So thank you for joining. I see you in next class.